while they're doing this and arguing again, I'm going to try and find us a party to go to.
Alt night at the zoo. Open container policy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm sorry, it's Seattle. There's nothing that exciting happening.
I do love exotic animals.
Yeah.
I got 5 successes.
Okay. Oh my god.
So
this person's obliterated.
As this person tries to like push you out of the way and is like, whatever, kid, I don't have time for this. You grab his arm and then just go for it. Bite in.
How about I like do this around Dogfood's neck and
maybe restrain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put a sleeper hold on you or something.
Yeah. As you know, and this is a very different feeding. The way it's not like a tiger pouncing or an animal, like it's almost done with sadness. Charlotte turns away from the two of you, and very gently you see her bend over, pick this man up almost like a child, and then after a few short moments, he passes.
I'm really sorry.
And we are back. We come upon our 3 coterie members, one of whom is currently wandering the wilds as a dog. But the remaining 3 coterie members are in the beige Mercedes and pull up outside of their cafe, Court of Cups. And I believe they had just been discussing what they feel they should do to help console Dogfood after the events at the zoo.
So Dogfood isn't at the Court of Cups yet.
I think Dogfood's running home, but will probably not get there as quickly as you will.
Probably not faster than a car. Yeah.
No.
Ulrika, do you mind checking the news to make sure that there's nothing about, on the Google about this incident?
Yeah, I'll do that. Like I pulled my phone out, I guess, and
there wouldn't be anything yet, most likely. If anything, you might see it on the local news in like 30 to 40 minutes. It's the Seattle local news, so they're not that
How about I check like that Neighbors app or some shit like
you could do something like that.
Yeah, the next door.
Yeah, I check next door.
It's like half passive aggressive things about like the whole neighborhood, and then like
yeah. On
and then sometimes door, like did you see that person get wiped out by a wild dog?
You do see like some concerned citizens that are talking about how they've heard rumors that someone was injured by a loose animal at the zoo.
Heard. So I tell Elizabeth that like some stupid humans think like an animal at the zoo attacked somebody or something.
Okay, perfect. That's all we needed.
Was Bubba? Where was Bubba while we were at the zoo?
Bubba was
left him at the cafe. Shop. Probably a good thing.
Yes. Let's go. I think. Well, Charlotte would like to go to Bubba. And just go to Bubba and say, hey, something really bad happened to Dogfood. She ran away as a dog, and we don't know where she went. We're really worried about her. Can you possibly try to find her, Bubba?
I think being like almost like a familiar, Bubba would probably be concerned and follow. Yeah, and follow your directions. So you just see Bubba's large hulking form kind of leave through the open door. Amongst all of the floor polishers, buffers, and Renee is sitting at a table with like stacks of tiles to his left and right, being like, no, not that one. I told you. From the Vera Lace collection. This is the wrong collection. This is the Vera Lee's collection. I made it very clear. And you see him like going through. So the shop is kind of chaotic right now.
I'm just going to try and retreat to my study upstairs so that I don't look disheveled at all after the lizard incident.
Yeah, of course.
And I just I'm just going to go up there and just hope that like watch for dog food outside the window. We have a window overlooking the street.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll just keep an eye out for dog food.
So you wait, and after
Sigh.
maybe like 10 to 15 minutes, Renee leaves.
Thank God.
Yeah. He issues a lot of different commands to people, and then he picks up his things in a car, pulls forward, picks them up, and he leaves
Of
for
course.
the evening. I'm sure he'll be back tomorrow. And then before you know it, led by Bubba, dog food comes sauntering back.
Yeah, gonna remain a dog. I'm just gonna go and find a corner and curl up and lie down, doing that thing that dogs,
Oh,
you know,
the sad, guilty look.
looking sad.
Oh no.
Yeah. Like I did something wrong.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, Elizabeth will see dog food come home and go downstairs and just be like, "Oh, it's all right, dog food. We all make mistakes. Would you like a latte or anything? What? I'll just like kind of pet dog food a little bit."
Okay, yeah, dog food is gonna turn back, I think, now. If there's no one watching.
There's
Do we have
just
an empty shop?
yeah, there's just remodelers.
Okay, so I don't know if they're kayfabe, so I won't turn back right now. So I'm just looks real, just dips the head down, and allows itself to be scratched, but that's about it really. Just and then just slinks off down into the laboratory to change back.
I'll just wait in the cafe. Does it look good? How does it look after Renee? What's Renee done?
They're still working on it. You've noticed they've ripped down a lot of the old wallpaper.
Yeah.
And they're currently they have a bunch of temporary swatches put on. And one of the foremen kind of comes up to you and he's like, you can okay any one of these. And there's little samples on the wall for you to choose from.
Okay. I'll choose I don't know what look they're going for, but I'm hoping something like a little bit more clean and minimalistic.
Yes. I don't know if you remember Renee's office, but
yes,
clean and stark colors are kind of his jam. So
okay.
All of the sort of they're trying to get rid of the wallpaper and just have plain, almost like paint.
Okay.
They have a couple of striping options that for like a border to go around, but the colors he's proposed are a really soft maroon, a really dusty mauve, and then a cool gray.
Okay. I pick the ones that I think everyone would like the most.
Okay.
Were there any black ones?
There was gray.
All right.
The gray.
Yeah. So it's probably going to be a pretty monochromatic look from
That's
here
cool.
on out. Yeah.
Very
black, gray, and with accents of white here and there.
I like it. We'll attract lots of artists. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Not too distracting.
Before it looked like your average Seattle cafe, which is a lot busier than that.
Yeah, a lot, and just shit everywhere, and things on the walls that you're like, is this
None
a painting?
of it matches. Some
None
of
it
it
matches.
was from the business that was there before.
Yeah.
Probably a florist. So there's still florist signs up and maybe at one point they sold hardware. So there's still hammers and things like that, because it's cool. No, it's awesome. It's Seattle. It fits in. A lot of that has been stripped away.
All right.
And now all of the decor is going to match because you bought the platinum package.
Of course, yeah. This thrills Elizabeth. She's happy about it.
Mm-hmm. You'll probably, once it's done, as a little bit of a spoiler, you probably will get a +1 to rolls while you're in your domain.
Sick.
As a Toreador, because it's
awesome.
particularly inspiring to you.
That's awesome. I love it.
So what would you like to do now?
I'm downstairs with Bubba, and Dogfood just whispers to Bubba and just says, I killed someone today, Bubba. It wasn't the person I wanted to kill. It was just a random person. And it nearly happened yesterday. And maybe it'll happen again tomorrow. And maybe this is just Maybe this is the spiral now. Maybe this is it. Maybe a few months from now, I can't even remember that I know you.
Bubble
And what do we
wind
do
bursts.
then? If it comes to that, Barbara, I want it to be you and the dogs that stop me.
That eat you alive? Sorry, that was like out of care. Like, wait, like to end you? Or to like, oh, okay. That's one way to go. Bubba doesn't say that. That's me saying that. Bubba doesn't say that's one way to go.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I
Bubba
interpreted
goes,
what you meant by like
getting a bit heavy in here.
end me. I was like, oh, okay. So like, okay.
All right.
I think this would probably be a good time to resolve your stain.
Okay. So how do I do that? I've never
yeah.
had to do that before.
Yeah, I believe it's your humanity roll, and if you don't get the right number of successes, you lose humanity permanently. But let me
Whoa.
just
Yeah,
let me just
shit.
permanently.
Jeez. I only have 3 humanity.
Killing people is very frowned upon. Well, especially if it's you don't want to break your convictions. That's the big thing.
Right. Okay.
So, but it probably will not come to that. Let us see. So, all right. So a character with any strains marked on their humanity track at the end of the session, we're going to go ahead and do it now because of that great role-playing moment, makes a remorse test, roll a number of dice equal to the unmarked, unfilled dots on the humanity tracker. The minimum number of dice in a remorse roll is 1. If the remorse roll results in at least 1 success, the character has satisfied enough guilt, shame, or regret to retain their current humanity, and you get to remove the stain. If not, then the beast has won, and you lose 1 point of humanity and still remove the stain.
Okay, so I'm rolling 3 dice, and I need to get 1 success.
Yes.
Okay. I got a success.
Okay.
Yay.
So, yeah. You maintain your humanity because you feel guilty.
Okay.
The day that you don't, and you realize this as you're sitting there talking to Bubba, it dawns on you that in feeling guilt, there's a part of you that is still human. And that the day that you don't is the day that you have to dread. And that is the question that kind of looms in your mind. Is the day you don't feel bad. Because you know that this hurts, but at least you feel something.
Mm-hmm.
And the absence of that is what terrifies you. All right. What would our coterie like to do next? We have a couple of different things on the docket, I think. It's a somber night.
Yeah.
What was supposed to be fun turned into a messy feeding.
Yeah, fun trip to the zoo.
Yeah.
We should have gone to the opium den. I'm sorry, everyone.
No, I mean, you had no way of knowing.
It's not too late. Let's run another hunting scene.
Oh my god.
You can if you want. I don't know if everyone would be in the mood for a hunt. Maybe if you just want to go someplace and hang out or talk. Is there anyone you go to for comfort in times like this?
I
know who you go to.
Well, in character,
the veterinarian, the veterinar.
Yeah, out of character.
The vet tech.
Tabitha knows who you go to.
Yeah. Dogfood takes great pains to make sure that no one knows who she goes to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Dogfood would probably call rather than going to go and see her, but she would probably call Allison.
Okay. So, she answers.
Hey, how's it going? She calls Dogfood NA.
Okay. She says, hello, NA. How are you today? It's been a while since I've heard from you.
I'm I don't know why I called. I'm not doing great. I got in a fight.
Fight?
Yeah.
Over what?
Over nothing. Over money, I guess. But it was worse for the other guy. And now I feel pretty bad. I don't know why. I know I'm telling you. I don't know who. I don't know who else to tell. A lot of my friends, I don't think, understand that what I did was wrong.
Well, I think telling someone is the first step in the right direction. A lot of times we can't really control how we feel. We can't really control our emotions. But what we can control is healthy ways to express that. And I think it was very mature of you to acknowledge that you didn't do that in a right way or in a good way, NA.
Thanks. That's good to hear. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I only call you when it's bad shit. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, I'll come by soon.
I've been feeling kind of overworked lately.
Yeah, I know. I feel that. Feels like all they do is work. But don't work too hard, right? Just I was gonna say I could bring the dogs around, but that's just more work. But I'll come and see you soon. And if your boss gives me a hard time, let me know, and I'll punish them severely for any infractions.
Oh, I don't think you need to do that, but I appreciate that. It'd be nice to see you.
Yeah. All right. I'll come see you soon. Thanks for picking up.
She bids you a good night. Mm-hmm. Sorry if my treatment of that NPC was different than what it was.
No, it's fine. No, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Where did you have this phone call?
In the laboratory.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
Does Charlotte hear all of it?
Charlotte was coming up to the laboratory door and was going to knock, but then heard that, well, can she hear through her door this conversation?
What auspexes do you have? Let me try to think. Or sorry, what auspexes? Do you have something like auspex or?
I do have heightened senses.
Oh, yeah. I would say yes. Yeah. Especially if you are trying to. You would paper.
Like
You can hear it like you're standing right there.
Like about to knock, but then like hearing that Dogfood is talking to someone and then just is completely like, huh.
Yeah, almost reactionary. It's like second nature. You hear something, and just like when you're looking at something and you strain your eyes to look a little closer to get more detail, you do that with the rest of your senses. You like are about to knock, hear something, and then just like that, your vampiric senses kick in and you hear it like you're standing right next to them. So you hear the whole thing. You can even hear
both sides.
I was gonna say you can even hear the voice coming out of the receiver because Auspex is powerful that way and you're not that far away.
So Charlotte heard the whole thing, waits until Dogfood is done with the conversation, and then gently knocks after. Just to check on Dogfood.
All right. Dogfood says, were you listening to that?
Listening to what?
It's the right answer. I'm fine. I'm doing fine. No one needs to check up on me. I'm gonna be all right. I'm just feel like I need to get a new restaurant. You know what I mean? My way of getting fed isn't doing it for me anymore. I think I need to switch things up. It's been a bad week.
You have had a rough week.
Saying I need to eat a different kind of person. I don't know why I'm couching it, and it's just the two of us here with vampires. I need to hunt differently. That was a lot. Thank you for trying to help. I know it's tough because you're a psychiatrist and not a real doctor, but I appreciate.
Oh my god.
I appreciate that you put in some effort.
Thank you that you feel so comfortable in my office that you come here. as like a safe place for you.
Yeah.
Now get out.
Okay. Dogfood leaves.
Do a nice thing, and that's what. All right.
Dogfood doesn't know that she just said something rude. She doesn't have a lot of charisma.
Mm-hmm.
She just she thinks she was being nice.
Right. Yeah. A lot of social nuance is lost on her.
Yeah.
God.
So with all of this sort of like lingering in your minds, what course of action would you like to take next? I know you were offering Seth the final or the piece of tablet that you have in return for an address. You could write a letter or start a grassroots campaign to protest the yellow or the key car trolley.
Yeah.
I also think I'm the only person who calls it a key car. So that's definitely the name of the brand now, and
Yes,
not
okay,
the
it's
name
key
of the
cars.
trolley.
Got
key
it.
cars, yeah. So you have
I just
that
know-
thread to pull.
I just know a key car is like what you do when you walk past a Tesla and it goes Sentry mode activated.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not a crime if you key it. Then it's
No, I think it.
no, that's actually keying a Tesla is social distancing. It's okay to do.
I don't think
sure.
so.
Pretty sure.
No,
These are dog food rules.
Yeah. Dogfood doesn't have anything with keys though, so
I think it would be great for Dogfood to be able to kill that person or kindred we need to kill that we're negotiating to get the address for.
Okay.
Oh, Sergi?
Huh?
Sergi?
Whoever that douchebag was that was like.
Yeah, I'd love to kill that guy.
I feel like you need to get some aggression out, Dogfood.
Yeah,
so
if I'm gonna be rolling like this, I figure that it's time to head into a boss fight.
Yeah. I mean,
just don't get yourself killed.
Yeah, let's see if we can pull on that thread. So should we have a team meeting where we talk about because we actually haven't had one since yesterday, I don't think, where we talk about what we kind of discovered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we agreed to that we would give this tablet over to Seth.
Yep.
He's gonna give it to Maddie, so it ends up in the same place.
Yep.
Here's the two people that I don't want. Actually, here's the thing. I don't mind who has any of these individual tablets. I don't want anyone to have all of them.
Okay.
And if we can play the different sides enough that like Lily has one, Maddie has two, Sergi has none because we killed him. That's my ideal coming out of this. But I also really want to kill that one guy.
Well, let's focus on that.
Yeah, that seems like it would be a great target for my aggression right now. I feel like a lot of the couple of nights I've had, I can really closely bring back to his door.
Yeah.
And I would like to balance out that ledger if we possibly can.
Because in the big picture of things, we don't really give a shit about the tablets.
We don't, but like Lily told us what she wants to do with them, which is raise an ancient and powerful vampire.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bad move.
I mean,
I would rather no one is able to fully do that, which is why I think we should try and aim so that no one has all of the tablets.
I agree with that.
Because, ancient and powerful doesn't often come around with like kind to dogs.
That's your takeaway?
Supportive of small local business.
What do you think they would do if they were
kill a bunch of us?
Why?
Because they so how much does Dogfood know about old vampires? Would she have heard about the fact that they sometimes feed on other vampires?
Let's see. Let's do your intelligence and Oh gosh, you don't have any dots in.
Oh no.
You don't have any dots in it in any academic stuff,
No, I
or
don't.
awareness, or investigation, or occult, or science.
Well, is Elizabeth privy to this conversation? That
I'm
we're-
upstairs, but you can come get me.
Yeah. I
I
thought
was
so-
upstairs
Elizabeth.
reading The Stranger again. That's my new periodical.
And Charlotte.
Yeah, you're gonna find out some wild stuff.
She's just
Charlotte.
like, I don't think it was an opium den. What's
Charlotte's there
weed?
too as well, though, right? Charlotte, you have academic.
Yeah, a little bit.
So
So I would say, like, because I'm off the metagaming.
yes.
I'm not taking that stuff anymore.
No.
I'm going to say that Dogfood just distrusts old vampires. Because
Mhm.
every vampire I met who was older than me was a dick. And I got to figure that the older you get, the more of a dick you become. And the kind of stuff you have to have done to survive to be that old.
Pretty dickish.
Well, and that makes sense because
Yeah.
for your character, the longer that you just had this conversation with Bubba, that the
Mhm.
longer that
Mhm.
you are living your unlife, the more and more chances you have of doing something heinous.
Mhm.
So I would stand to assume that from Dogfood's sort of point of view, that makes sense.
Mhm.
That just by your own logic, if you've already done all of this and you've only been, a kindred for a handful of years, someone who's been a kindred for thousands of years, who knows what they've done?
Yeah, I just don't want
Hundreds of years even. Yeah.
I don't want the balance of I don't want the balance of the city to be tilted that far. I like things nice and safe.
Mhm.
I don't want the just way down the scale all of a sudden with a huge heavy hitter like that.
That sounds reasonable. Why do you think we could get? We don't have the tablet anymore, correct?
We have one tablet, I think. I don't think we've given it to anyone yet. Or we
Yeah,
have,
that
we have
Yeah, you have
it
one
away.
in the bra pocket.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. I just like reach in like this one.
Mhm.
Well, I think we should keep them out of keep one person from having all of them
Yeah.
and take out that dude.
All right. So
Do we still need to help Maddie with anything?
well, we said we'd. Well,
Does she
I think the way
oh.
that we said we were going to play it was that we were going to say that we were kind of working with Seth to help because he's gonna give them to Maddie.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
the
care if
only
Maddie gets them or not. Or Maddie's. Sorry.
Basically, just to recap last episode, because our sessions are a little bit further apart. What you essentially figured out was that Maddie hired both of you to do the same job
yeah.
as an
Right.
assurance. So she wanted to make sure it got done. Now, basically, only one of you is getting paid
Yeah.
for finishing the job, and Seth wants to make sure it's him.
Right.
Mhm.
But you, instead of working against Seth, you were like, honestly, she said she had some information for us on somebody that might be moving against us.
Mhm.
We don't really care. Let's just give it to Seth.
Right.
And so you're working with Seth now. And so you're
Yeah.
not
Okay, yeah,
technically working
sorry.
against Maddie. It's just, he's going to get the payment instead of
Yeah.
you.
So here's what I suggest we do. This guy, Serge, I don't necessarily trust that in my current state being, as it were, the muscle that I can take him out without risking a lot of my dogs.
Mhm.
So what if we made a deal with Lily
Okay.
and said, ambush him, and with Lily's help, and we tell her that we will take half of the tablets and she takes the other half.
How many does he have? Do we know?
I think he has at least. I feel like Serge said that we found out that Serge had 2 tablets, but I could be wrong.
So what's to keep her from being like, okay, cool, and then once she kills him, keeps both because she's a were spider.
Yeah.
And attacks us.
Yeah, this is why I workshop these plans.
Because
Yeah,
she could try to attack us and take ours.
I feel like Lily might be too dangerous to have those.
And she's under some kind of mind control.
That's true. We still don't know who put the whammy on Lily.
I think
Someone did.
Maddie
Maybe it was Serge.
or Serge.
All right,
Let's
so
go
let's
check on
let's
Lily.
let's we can go and check on Lily. But let's ditch the idea of getting her to help us out in that fight. Unless it starts going really badly, in which case we can burn the business card.
That's fair.
Does she have to
we-
help us?
I think so. I mean, that was the way
No, like
she kind of phrased it, was that she would show up immediately.
Right. I mean, like, say we burn it and she comes and then finds out, like, oh, you have a tablet and he has 2 tablets and I want all the tablets. So fuck helping you. I'm going to kill you all.
We don't
Is she,
know.
is she obligated to help us? You know what I mean?
We don't know that.
Yeah.
But we do know that she could have taken a tablet from us before if she wanted to, and she didn't.
Yeah.
We had one right in front of her. If she wanted to go all like moopy goopy, that would have been the perfect time from her point of view.
Boopy goopy.
Yeah, goopy goopy.
I'm trying to think.
How's me being a spider?
Should we go ahead and give the Nosferatu the tablet and get the information?
Yeah, I mean, I'm biased, but my main thing I want to do right now is kill the guy that poisoned me. I feel like that's going to resolve a lot of my internal issues.
Yeah.
I need Charlotte, you'll back me up on this. I need closure, right? I need to psychologically to kill that guy.
Widow's Peak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be
He
good for
seems
my
like
mental
someone
health.
yeah. I'd sign that doctor's note.
Well, I feel like you might need something like that, considering all of the incidences lately.
Yeah.
You need an outlet.
What do we know that clan that dude or the Widow's Peak guy was?
I think he was.
He was.
I
think Dogfood would assume he was Tremere.
I think he was Tremere.
Yeah. I don't know, Dogfood doesn't know anything about blood magic. She just knows the Tremere thing. So she goes, he's got to be a Tremere, right?
I believe so, and they're, magic and shit.
They've got the they've kind of got that market sewn up. We could talk to the Camarilla and let them know. Maybe there's, for all we know, there's a bounty on him or something, or a blood hunt.
Yeah, what's that person's name that was hanging out by the car?
I forget her name, but we did have a Camarilla contact, a new Camarilla contact that we met last night.
Yeah.
Nell.
Nell.
No, yeah.
Can we contact Nell and see,
We should talk to her about this whole situation.
Yeah.
Get her read on what we should do.
Mhm.
Even though I'm not a fan of the Camarilla, but whatever.
But I feel like we shouldn't tell her about Lily.
No.
That's
I
a
feel
whole
like-
thing.
I feel
Yeah.
I
like
feel like
Lily's
if
a
you go in and
potential.
say, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, I feel like for Nell, Lily would be a potential mess.
Yeah.
I also think that she probably just wouldn't believe us. I wouldn't.
Yes.
I barely believed you when you told me that she was a were-spider, and I know all of you.
Do you remember what I said about riffraff? We'll put Lily in the riffraff category.
Oof,
Aw.
that's harsh.
Sometimes
No
we have
longer
to do harsh
cool.
things.
All right, so we got a number for Nell, I think.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, she gave you contact information.
So can we send her a text saying, "Come and check
You
out
have
our new
a number for
decor?"
the NOS too. He just
Yeah,
he only leaves his cell phones with his assistant, so he can never
Yeah.
be tracked.
Mhm.
yeah, that's a cool way of doing it.
Not
So-
cool for his assistants, but
No, but Dogfood loves that guy. He thinks he's the absolute greatest.
homing beacons for him. But yeah, he did give you a number at which he will ultimately be reached, even if it takes like half an hour for him to get the message or whatever.
The Lotus Flower Restaurant?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we found out that we should start. So we can either, or should we just drop in? Let's do a scene change. They don't cost anything. It's theater of the mind.
It's true. So you show up to the Lotus Flower restaurant. It's a Thai restaurant and bar, and it used to be an old karaoke spot. The karaoke like stage is there. It's just not really utilized. It's old.
Yeah.
Not all of the chairs match. Not all of the plates match.
Ugh, of course.
But the food is good. And
Is the karaoke machine on? Is it
no, there
usable?
is no karaoke machine.
that's a
It's
shame.
just an empty stage. You get the idea. Maybe sometimes they have small local bands in there, or maybe even like spoken word and stuff. If you were to inquire at the bar, the bartender would probably give you a schedule for those events. There's a couple of shuffleboard tables. It's cozy. It's small, but in need of an update.
Okay.
Yeah.
This needs Renee.
It does need Renee. Maybe we should
Renee
put
would
them in
probably
touch.
have a stroke.
I
If
know.
she stepped into this space. Yeah.
I mean, just
Even
bulldoze
Elizabeth
the
finds it
place.
uncomfortable.
Elizabeth's having a seizure as we speak.
Yeah,
she's just like,
like I
"Mm."
said, there's stains on the carpet. It's an ugly maroon with like beige flowers
Oh
in it.
no.
Yeah, and the furniture is all wood, and like I said, a lot of it
Ugh.
doesn't match, and a lot of the chairs have like a little bit of a wobble.
Gross.
But even to your undead noses, those of you who still have a little bit of humanity, well, actually, for you, Elizabeth, you can still eat human food, so
Yeah.
you smell delicious pad thai, and
All
just
right, well,
like.
I'm less upset.
At least the aroma is good.
Yeah.
You smell coconut milk and booze.
Nice.
Sweet.
I don't know if that's good or not.
Sounds amazing.
So I'm gonna go up to the waitress and say, "Hi, we'd like to speak to I think the manager, Nell.
No? Yeah, let me see if she's
Would
around.
she join us for dinner? We'll go get a table."
Okay. Yeah, I'll send her
Okay.
over. I think she's working late today. She's probably in the back.
Yeah.
She walks away after making you wait for something like 15, 20 minutes. Sure enough, Nell emerges. She still has her hair completely slicked back, this time in like a French twist. Her stern demeanor comes off her in waves and matches her outfit. She's wearing a jean jacket with like that kind of fuzzy sheep
Oh gosh.
type of
yeah.
frill on the thing. Yeah. With like a black turtleneck, high-waisted jeans, almost like she's cosplaying Leon from Resident Evil 4. And she comes and takes a seat with you all. Hey.
How's it going?
Hello, dear.
Good. You guys need anything? A top off, a drink?
I think we're pretty good actually, unless you have the kind of wine we like.
What else would I offer to Kindred?
Okay, is it okay to talk here?
To what?
Is it okay to talk openly here?
Oh, that's what he said. I heard, is it okay to toke here? And I was like,
Oh, yeah, Doctor just.
That's from Elizabeth. She just learned what weed
Oh,
is.
fucking
so
night, man.
confused. I was like, wait.
Oh my lord.
Okay.
Elizabeth just learned what
Um,
weed was.
Yeah.
It's reasonably safe, but maybe it's better if we move this into my office.
Sure.
I think that's best.
She leads you over to the back. There's like this door that has like a classic black with like gold lettering manager written on it that you can get super cheap, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And she opens it and you come inside and there's filing cabinets and her rickety desk. It's nothing too fancy. She closes the door behind you, but you do notice for an establishment this old, this door looks very new and very heavy. She shuts it.
Secure. I like it.
Take a seat.
I sit down. I say, I like everything about the aesthetic of this place.
Thank you. It's been in my family for a while.
So, does anyone else want to give her the lowdown, or?
You go ahead.
I've
Okay.
assumed something has happened.
I'm like, can I get some of the pad thai before we start?
Assuredly so. You can keep it down?
Oh yeah, it's a talent, so to speak, to make me blend in a little bit better.
Jealous. And
Fair.
she pops her head out. asks one of the waitresses to bring it by. After a few minutes, there's a knock, and she puts a steaming hot plate in front of you.
Oh man, it looks awesome in my head.
She like, you see her like try to breathe in, and she's like, nothing. Gotta say, I miss it.
I'll taste it. I'm like, oh, it's quite good.
Did you get the chili peppers on it?
I did,
love when you
yes.
put the peppers on top. God, I miss
Yes.
spicy food.
Despite my casual demeanor, I do like spicy food.
I miss spicy food.
Speaking of
Keep
spicy,
eating it.
Mm.
When you say family, do you mean your human family?
I prefer not to disclose.
Understood.
There are those among us who would use information like that to try to strike at my heart, as it were. And when you're the sheriff's hound, it's better to not let people know where they might be able to stick a knife.
I got you.
speaking of sticking a knife, let me. Have you encountered anything to do with these tablets that everyone in town apparently seems to be looking for?
I've heard rumor.
So we were contracted to find these tablets, very above board, nothing special. I mean, we take side work occasionally when we have the time. And it's turned into quite a kerfuffle. And long story short, we want someone dead. Are you familiar with a kindred who came to town recently, known as Surge or Surgeet?
Let's see. Let's
My
see how good
chickens
the
are
hound
making
is at
noise.
her job. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes. And that's on 5 die. She nods her head.
Do you know much about him?
I've heard only whispers. He's kind of stayed off my radar for the most part.
I don't suppose there's a convenient blood hunt on him, is there?
Convenient blood hunt? No.
He's the one responsible for poisoning me. It
Poisoned you.
yeah, it hurt a
This
lot.
is where it's important to invoke the rules of the masquerade. Luckily, this is not an anarch territory, so it's not the Wild West, which means you may have recourse. You may be able to present your case to the prince, in which case justice can and will be dispensed in a way that is deemed appropriate by everyone present.
Like through I'm just eating pad thai. I'm just like, well, that would be great. Just follow rules.
I want to do it
excellent.
myself.
But that does not answer a question I now have to pose to you.
Okay.
I know about the tablets. Who else knows about the tablets?
We were contracted by a toreador, I believe, called Maddie. We know that
Maddie?
Surge is. Yeah.
Maddie is not a toreador.
She was a Tremere
It's future man. Sorry.
Maddie is a Malkavian.
or Malkavian.
Oh.
A very
What?
powerful Malkavian. She is on my radar.
Do we know that?
We didn't know that she
We
was.
definitely did not know that.
No, we didn't know that. No.
No, we did not know
I
that.
assumed she was Tremere because
I thought we thought she was a Tremere.
Why don't we ask people from now on? That's going to be part of
A
our
lot of people
policy.
A lot of
Not usually considered polite. It's like
Yeah.
going up to a brown person and asking if they're Mexican. It's usually just not done.
Mhm.
Hey, so what are you?
Once again, it's usually just not done. I don't really care about a lot of those rules. So
Okay.
it doesn't
So-
really bother me to tell you.
It's okay, so we know that Maddie's looking for them. We know that Surge is looking for them. And
Mm.
yeah, I think there are other just local interested occultists who probably don't know what they're getting into.
Mhm.
We know that Seth is trying to find them for Maddie.
Do you know why Maddie wants these?
I can only surmise it's the same reason most kindred want them. There's a very unique legend that goes with those tablets, something I only know bits and pieces of. Essentially, a long time ago, there was a really powerful kindred who died, and her blood was spilled upon these tablets in her dying moments, dyeing them black. In that moment, they became imbued with her spirit. There are those among us who believe that if these tablets were to be put back together, she would be given form again. I don't know what these old fuckers would do with her alive. God knows. I cannot guess as to her motivations or theirs. But I can promise you this. It usually has something to do with power or influence or fulfilling a prophecy. Who knows?
We have two interests. The first is revenge, and the second, which I think we probably share, is making sure that all 6 of these tablets don't end up in the same hands.
That is where you and I differ. I do not care if they all end up in the same hands. What I care is carrying out the prince's will. The prince has deemed it necessary that these tablets leave the city, and therefore it is in my best interest to assure that. I do not want Madison or the tablets in Seattle.
Is Madison a traveling kindred? Or does she's not made haven here?
She's here and there. She kind of goes, I believe, where her journeys take her. Fancies herself some sort of archaeologist.
We heard the
Ridiculous
same thing about
woman.
Surge.
Surge is powerful, but Surge plays by the rules. That's what makes grappling with him a little bit more difficult. Maddie has made some moves against the prince. Therefore, expelling her would be easy.
Was it within the rules for Surge to attempt to kill me?
Depends on what you did. Depends on what he did.
He poisoned a vessel of mine.
Poisoned a vessel.
I nearly died.
And we had never met them before.
We never met him before. He did
Yeah.
it purely as a
We
power
didn't-
play in order to get us to work for him.
Yeah, he was blackmailing us.
Hmm.
We had never met, or we were
Doesn't
never.
seem very rulesy to me.
No, that's
Yeah.
in my book. It's not like
What did he blackmail you about?
well, like I'll give you the cure if you get these tablets for me.
Do you have the tablets?
Oh no,
We have
we
one.
don't. Yeah, we don't have the tablets, but we have one tablet.
I would ask you to give them to me.
What are you going to do with them?
Turn them into the prince.
What
Or
will
he
they
can
do with
dispose of them.
them? Dispose of them.
Okay.
Do we know he's going to dispose of them?
It's not my job to question the prince. It's my job to carry out his duty. Quite frankly, I don't care what he does with them. There's so much bigger things on the horizon right now.
Ooh, like what?
Like I told you last time we met,
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure there's Second Inquisition operating in the city.
Oh yeah.
So the last thing we
Yeah.
fucking need is some crazy ritual that brings about some crazy bitch that potentially breaks the masquerade. I'm so sick and tired of this Tremere shit. Oh my God.
They don't know when to stop.
And
they
your
wear
rat
robes.
swarms don't help. And she like points at you.
Oh, that wouldn't have been necessary were it not for the poisoning.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff, there's been a lot of ramifications from Surge poisoning me.
It might be trying to rein you in, bring you in as the marshals you are.
What
To
would
bring
that
order to
entail?
this city.
The marshals.
Does
So
that
we
mean
can
get
be
to
a
kill
marshal.
We're already marshals. We're just marshals in French.
Yeah, marshals.
Yeah.
people?
It might be good for everyone right now.
That's our official rank.
Alright.
So you want us to bring Serge in?
I'm not sure you can. But
With your support, with the Camarilla support.
I still don't think you could. He's
What
very
would it say?
powerful.
So what do you propose?
Here's what I can do. I can present your case to the prince. With his blessing, he might assign someone to help you. Someone like me.
Okay.
With my help, you might be able to. Without my help, I think he might be a little bit above your weight class, as it were. I can't be for sure, though. I can't know for sure. Tremere shit.
Tremere shit.
Like,
I mean, they wear robes in public. It's just like I've seen them wearing like. Why do they do that?
They're weird, scholarly types, but they're scary.
I agree. They are scary.
Yeah. They kind of weird me out a little bit.
We'd like you to make that case to act against another kindred without his say-so.
yeah, let's do something by the books for once.
Yeah. I'm in a buy the books kind of mood.
Bunch of conformists.
Shut up.
Okay.
Yeah, please make our case to the prince, and we'll see where we go. What would you have us
one more
do
thing
now?
before we go. Can you also ask the prince to please not put the key trolley in Ballard?
The key trolley?
The key card trolley. We just think it's really going to lower the image and also be bad for the entire the kindred of the area. It's also going to be yellow, like sunny yellow. No one wants that.
No.
It'll be bad for our domain.
It'd be bad for our domain.
Your domain is not my concern.
It'd be bad for everyone's domain.
Our domain is part of the prince's domain.
It's true.
In what way?
He granted it to us.
It's true.
No,
Yeah.
I understand that, but in what way would this trolley be bad for
Oh, because it's ugly and yellow.
fucking Toreador?
That's a little bit clanist.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of rude to say. Mhm.
Do you want me to attempt to appeal to the prince's?
No, you don't have to do that. It's fine.
It's fine. We rather
You do
rather-
business in a way I can appreciate.
Forgive our grandma or
Yeah.
aunt or
She's drunk on. She's all hopped up on pad thai. She doesn't know what she's saying.
I'm older than them.
You just say that.
Oh,
just declare it like
While you're eating
I'm older
pad
than them.
We would definitely rather the helping our vengeance thing. But if he brings up the keycard thing, we wouldn't mind talking to him about that.
Something tells me it's not on his radar.
Do you guys remember
Okay.
how easy the liquor license was? I can totally take care of the key card if I want to.
We'll discuss it.
I like
Thank
her
you.
idea. Might be
Thank
a little
you.
bit.
Yeah, I don't think this is something that the prince needs to go to the prince.
We don't
yet.
need to waste.
It's a little bit
I was
below
just
his pay grade.
allow me. It's fine. We can have the discussion later. I just wanted a moment to care about the things that I care about. It's fine.
I only care about it because we paid what's his nut to care about it, and he's
What's his
putting
nut?
ideas in your brain.
That's fine. That's fine.
God, but I don't like it
Okay.
anyway.
All right.
Here's what I will do. I will do some fact finding and try to see if I can dig up something on Surjit. While this is occurring, I'm going to ask you for the tablet. And on top of that, I'm going to ask you for the location of any other tablets. Now, in return, I will make sure to keep an eye on little Miss Madison. Make sure she doesn't try to do anything to you or yours. I'll assign people to follow her. And finally, I would appreciate it if you could do a very small little thing on my behalf while I move on your behalf.
Cool.
Does this sound amenable?
How many chickens do we have to go get to bring to so and so to get the thing to bring to you?
The chickens are the thing. I've got an idea where Second Inquisition might be operating. I need you to
Okay.
go do some detective work for me. Kindred, dead, set on fire, Innis Haven,
Whoa.
University District. I need you to check it out.
Where in
Our
the-
types usually don't work with fire. That's why my mind immediately thinks Second Inquisition.
So you want us to check out the crime scene, see what
Figure
come
out
up
who
with?
did it, bring them in.
Okay.
Where in the University District was this?
It was over near one of the cheaper housing apartments, I think is what the kids call them. Further up
Podments.
on the Ave,
Was that a real
where it
thing?
meets Roosevelt Way. Yeah, it's really weird. They don't have any bathrooms or kitchens in them.
What?
Yeah.
Is it like a dorm?
No, it's an apartment.
Wait.
Oh, wait, where do you go to the bathroom?
There's apparently like a communal bathroom.
Oh,
so it's like a
downstairs.
hostel?
It's terrible.
It's like a-
honestly, it's awful and I hate it.
No.
But that's what happens when all of the
don't even-
affordable apartments in your city suddenly become inaffordable.
I don't even know how
In
to
a
spell
way,
that.
we'd be fighting gentrification by taking this task. And
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
good with
nudge Ulrika.
I'm taking notes. I was trying to figure out how to spell apartments.
That is a real thing, by the way.
I know.
An
Yeah.
apartment,
I
yeah,
hate it.
100% is a real
Uh-huh.
thing.
I really hate
All
it.
right, that's
It's,
is, this is
it's dorms for adults, essentially.
No, no. Why would you do that?
Because it's
Slightly
too
cheaper,
fucking
not even really
expensive.
worth it.
well. This sounds like
At
something we
this
could
point,
definitely look into.
She kind of flips some shit to Elizabeth as well, and she says, "The building is hideous too.
Ugh,
It looks like a
course.
Lego block.
no, I
I'm
don't know what
sure
that is, but it
That should
sounds
spark
ugly.
your interest."
A character, how do you social distance in one of those if you have to share?
You can't really.
You wouldn't. You couldn't. I mean,
Yeah.
what would you do?
You have
No.
to share like a kitchen and a bathroom and
Oh
stuff.
God.
No,
Terrible.
no, I hate it. Let's burn it.
Well, we'd be happy to take on this task. Do you have any other information, or just the address, and we'll go and do our.
I just
the
got a
Lego
call
puzzles?
about the address.
Okay, we'd be happy to do that.
Mhm.
I will get back to you very soon regarding your request. And then
Okay.
she puts out her hand expectantly for the tablet.
Damn it! I was hoping you'd
Do we
forget.
have it? Do we have it with us? I thought we left it with
It's
the relic back at the
permanently in the
courthouse.
bra cabinet, isn't it? Or the bra. I've been running under the assumption it's in Elizabeth's bra.
It was in the bra when we saw Lily, but then when we went back to the coffee shop, she put it next to our bogus relic.
Oh, okay.
So we can say we don't have it here. You're welcome to come with us to the shop to buy it. No funny to get it. No funny business.
Sounds good. I'll accompany
okay.
you.
Sure. So yeah, let's head out.
hmm As you get in, okay. So I'm actually gonna have Nell trail you in her
Mhm.
car.
Okay,
Okay,
She drives a pickup.
of course.
sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, a big one.
So while we're all in the car, it's like we're all happy giving this thing to Nell, right? That fits with our
Well, is what's
idea
his
of
name?
not.
Is the Nosferatu gonna come after us?
After all of the folks that we've spoken to, I feel like Nell is the person that we want to be the friendliest with.
Yeah.
I'm not
so
against that. I
Our
was
deal
just-
with Seth, a deal with Seth wasn't that we would give him the one that we had.
Oh,
It was that we would give him the one that Serge had.
there you go.
Mm.
Okay, I couldn't remember. Thank you.
That was my understanding, unless I'm wrong.
You're not incorrect. You agreed to help him get the ones he didn't have.
Right.
Okay.
You mostly bartered about Serge's piece.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
your piece was sort of lightly implied. You could make the argument that that's not what you promised.
Mhm.
Whether he agrees or not would come down to when you talk to him next.
Yeah.
Well, I would assume.
Also, I mean,
He's-
technically, it's like not just speaking as like a, I don't know, like a debater. Your transaction isn't complete. He didn't give you what
Mhm.
you asked for
Oh,
yet.
right.
That's true. Yeah.
And I was gonna say,
So-
doesn't he?
You're not breaking the. It's like you haven't signed the contract to buy the car.
Yeah.
He
it
would
were.
want to placate the prince anyway, though, right? Like,
That you don't know.
okay.
Yeah.
But so yeah.
I mean,
so,
y'all do stuff not to placate the prince too.
That's true.
Oh, name one thing.
Let me start the list.
Well, Ulrika killed somebody. and
There's,
an important person.
So yeah, as long as everyone's happy with this, then we'll when we get back to the Court of Cups, one of us can go down and fetch it from its hiding place.
It's in Elizabeth's
I still have it with
room.
me.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll just give it to her then.
Okay.
Oh wait. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just take it from my shirt.
All right.
Wait, I thought you said
I thought we
wasn't in
just
her
said that it was
Yeah.
back at the shop.
Is it? I don't remember.
Let's say it was, because that's
Yeah, we'll just say it
that's
was.
canon now.
Okay, okay. So it's
Yeah.
back. Oh yeah, that's right. We put it with our other relics. That's right.
Yeah.
It
That's
like
right.
felt really uncomfortable, so you didn't want to
Yes,
have it
that's
on you
right, yeah.
anymore.
And it's creepy. Yeah, that's
It
right.
was like a piece of rock you were carrying
Yeah.
around in your
And
boobs.
it's got the blood
Okay.
of some
Alright.
old ass
Spot.
vampire on it. So
Yeah.
I don't know
All
if
right.
I'd want that next to my boob.
No,
Or
I
it
wouldn't.
could-
No.
it could
might
be that
cause some
Elizabeth-
kind of weird.
You
cancer
did
or
have
something.
it wrapped up. So.
Yes.
Could be that Elizabeth goes downstairs, can't find the relic, and then realizes it's still in her brassiere.
That would
and
be-
walks
Maybe,
all
whatever.
along and just goes, retrieved it.
Yes. Well, yes. Well, I'll retrieve it from the Court of Cups, regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hand it over to Nell.
Okay. So
Right,
you come
yeah.
inside. And sure enough, there's still people kind of working and stuff, but
Mhm.
it doesn't really matter.
hmm
And you give her, is it still like wrapped up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we've taken it off or apart at all.
So she like pushes the fabric away. She's kind of looking at it and she's like, it just looks like a rock to me.
I
Well,
wouldn't touch it.
I
just
was
in
like,
case.
touch it. It's a spooky rock.
Don't touch it.
No,
I
if you
wouldn't.
touch it, it doesn't matter. It's just it apparently possesses people, so that's why we keep it wrapped.
Probably
kept
should
wrapped.
have told me that when you handed it
I'm
to me.
trying. I'm old.
God. Next you're gonna tell me ghosts are real.
You can see why we don't want like older vampires around, right? If this is what like a semi-old one is like.
She's so rude.
Me?
No, I'm talking
No.
about dog food.
Oh.
Anyway, I'll give her the tablet. Yeah, don't touch it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Glad
guys
you're
say
doing
it's
business with you.
haunted, I'll believe you
It's haunted.
because I didn't think werewolves were real until like 3 weeks ago, and here we are.
Mm.
I didn't think vampires were real, and then
So yeah, curiosity. Would you believe that were spiders were real?
After 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, that's good to know.
I don't know. Good to
Yeah.
know.
Thank you. We'll look forward to hearing from you. In
It's a weird question.
Yeah, it's just something I was thinking about.
Roll. I'm gonna have you roll
Oh my god.
your wits and subterfuge.
Dog food and her
don't make me
mouth.
roll when it's a bit.
Dog food and her mouth.
1,
oh man,
2, 3, and then 2 at lying.
You have to
Okay.
beat a 5.
Ah, fuck. All right, I'm gonna re-roll with willpower. I got 3 so far.
Okay.
I got 4.
So she like
Okay.
locks eyes with you. And when she locks eyes with you, it's almost like that first grade math teacher you had that
Mhm.
has like a really like, heartfelt but kind of stern glare. And she like looks at you and she takes a step closer and you almost feel like she grows in size.
Mhm.
Almost like there's like a presence coming off of her in some ways, like that scene where like with Gandalf where you feel like she grows in size and stature. And she looks at you and she says, "You fucking with me?"
I'm not fucking with you. I would never fuck with you. Why would I do that?
You lying
just
to me?
mentioned werewolves, and I was wondering what other kind of were things that could be.
There's something happening in my city under my
No.
nose, and I find out you knew and you didn't tell me. Our friendship might suffer from that, and you want to be my friend.
Understood.
I would love to be your friend.
And it almost feels like the shadows underneath her eyes like become more exaggerated.
Is she daunting you?
This feels like almost like all the light in the room has been sucked out.
Oh, she might be. I know what's going on here.
She just looks like almost like she's starting to look more and more almost like a silhouette. Like
Well,
all the
she's
shadows in her
Sombra.
face are exaggerated. The hollows of her cheeks are exaggerated, and you just see like it seems like she's grown in stature like 2 times.
Okay. Yeah, of course, you'll be the first to know.
So there's no were spiders,
I don't think there's such a thing as a were spider.
because I can tell you're fucking lying to me. What really poisoned you?
Oh, that dude really poisoned.
Yeah, it was Serge.
Well,
He
that's
told us.
interesting. Because in order for when you poison someone's food, it acts immediately. So you have to wonder, how the fuck did they poison some human and that person didn't die on the spot? But you're saying spider.
I don't know
And
enough.
that makes me think that poison works a little differently.
I don't know enough about blood magic to know how the poison works.
I know enough to know that if you
how
could
it
go
worked
around
on me.
poisoning people's food supply, a lot of people would be doing it. I can tell you that. I feel like you're withholding information from me. I can't do my job if you're withholding information from me.
Understood. We don't know anything more about this poisoning. We asked you to find Serge. As far as we know, it was Serge entirely using his mopey goopy magic. We have no idea how that.
We did
I have
actually
no
find
idea
out
how
that
it works.
the poison was magic. It was some sort of magic poison.
All right. And she kind of shrinks back down to her normal size. It's almost like the camera shifts.
Mm-hmm.
She comes back into focus. And things seem light and fluffy again. And she says, okay. I will see you later.
See you later.
And she turns on her heel and steps out of the shop. And as she steps out, this is when you hear it. You hear a loud thud, and you hear the car alarm of her pickup go off. And then you hear and then you also hear the sound of what you can only surmise is something metal hitting metal, and then glass breaking.
Okay, let's run out there, or at least Dogfood is going to.
I mean, yeah, that sounds bad.
Yeah, that seems like something we should check out. I know it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, all right, time for bed. Let's.
You could choose either one.
No, I'm. So Dogfood's going to activate toughness, and run out.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to. Well, I'm gonna
Doesn't
sneak.
get hungry.
I'm gonna sneak.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the window to look out.
Okay.
The front window.
I'm gonna go with Ulrika.
So, as you look out the front window, you see Nell take one shadowy figure and throw them against the windshield of her car, and that's the crack.
Mhm.
You see another one jump on her back and grab her by the neck. And you see another person approaching from across the street, running at inhuman speed.
And we have to help her.
All right.
Your neck is actually cracked. God, that's so good.
I was saving it.
The dog food goes for whoever is. First thing dog food's going to do, I don't know if this is a reaction or not, is whistle really, really loudly, as loudly as she can, to try and signal for at the very least Bubba.
Okay.
And then she's going to go for the one who is attacking, who is kind of blindsided now.
Okay.
And I'm going to use. Is this a new turn? Can I use a new discipline?
I'm going to say no, because
Okay.
we kind of, we just, you just stepped outside. You've activated toughness. You called the dog. And so
that's
we'll
enough
have
stuff.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have that be the first turn. So as you rush outside, you feel your body kind of like changing, almost like your physiology changing as you activate toughness. You whistle for Bubba. You see 3 that are in front of you, and then you, because you have a different, like, you're on the ground level, you actually see off on the alley over by, like, over to your left, right near the other side of your store. You see 2 more people coming down through the alley. So you see that dog food.
Okay. So there's a total of
because looking out the front window, you wouldn't have
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a total of 5 people.
that you see. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you
there's-
come running up, and as you see Nell sort of stamp on the foot of the person grabbing her, and then like elbow him twice, and then like punch him in the face, that is where we're going to take our first break.
Ah!
Our second break, I should
I was
say.
ready.
Oh, you got a knife. You're a knife ready.
So we
All
will
right.
be right back after this small break.